To give the illusion that this is on a separate day than the video that came out before this one, I changed my shirt. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time it is for you. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back. So it's a pink tie-dye. It says be kind and in English, and then obviously in sign language it says be kind as well, which is an awesome shirt and I love it. Okay, so I wanted to give a small rundown before I forget, and also it's a good time to do because it is near the end. So I did a video about school and updating you on that. So now I didn't film as many videos during the semester as I was hoping to, but I will give you a vague update on school right now. So I remember I said something like I was really nervous. One of the classes I was taking involved a lot of math, and the other class that I was worried about was a class that I'm hoping to do my undergrad in. That's the major that that's what I'm trying to take an undergrad in, that subject. It was my first time taking that course or a course like it, so I was very worried. I am almost done. The last thing going on right now is tomorrow, August 11th, I have my last final for the science class, and then I'm done. So, the update on everything that I did in that area. At the beginning, I put in a lot of effort into math. The math that I needed for that science class, I put in a lot of effort. I tried, I really cared, but I slowly got discouraged. I slowly put in less effort. I felt less confident about it. I felt less excited to do it. The times that I thought that I was doing well and doing great, I'd come back with a grade that wasn't great. And the mistake that I made was I kind of let myself do worse and worse. The smart and mature thing to do at that point is to let your teacher, professor, or teacher's assistant, or whoever is available, even, a friend in the class, get some more help. That is a great opportunity, as soon as you feel like you don't understand something, that is a great time to reach out for help. Talk to somebody, ask every question, any question, there are no stupid questions, and get some help. Because things will only snowball if you let them go or don't address them. So this is a cautionary tale, do not do what I did. I didn't do anything about it, I just tried to learn more on my own. I got frustrated with myself, I was disappointed with myself. I kind of put in less effort into the math components of that class. I put in a lot of effort to everything else, but I honestly kind of gave up on the math a bit, which is not good. It hurts your grade as a whole. You're less excited about the class, which is a bummer. You don't feel as confident in the class. You're missing out on parts of concepts because you're not actually understanding how to do them. There are many negatives. There are no pros to being lazy or letting things go. But that is honestly what I did, and I want to be fully transparent. That is what I did. That is what happened. That was not a smart move. I regret that very much. I kept getting results that I thought didn't make sense. I kept feeling like I knew what I was doing, and then I would get my grade back. It wouldn't be great, and I was like, so I guess I don't know what I'm doing? That would have been a good opportunity to pause and ask for help and let somebody know. I had a lot of resources. It is my fault. There's always people there. Talk to a friend. Obviously, I'm not saying cheating. That is terrible. Do not do that. But if you have, meet people in the class, ask for help. There's probably somebody who would love to help or would be great to help. There might be a tutor available if you ask your teacher. There might be, the teacher themselves might have time. There might be a TA in the class. There are options. Please use them. I'm also talking to future me because it just wasn't a smart idea. And I did well on all the actual knowledge-based stuff. I cared a lot to do that. I enjoyed that a lot. I put in the effort there. That went pretty well. So I have my final tomorrow. So today is studying, and then also before the exam tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a lot of studying. The other class, which was the class that I wasn't sure if I was going to like or not based on never having taken it, I love it. If I had just taken that class by chance, I would have then said I think I should switch that to the thing that I do my undergrad in, because it was really cool. I really enjoyed it, and I did really great in the class. The biggest fluke that I made was on the course essay, which was due on Friday. I, for some reason, thought it was due on the weekend, which is odd because nothing has ever been due past Friday in that class. I don't know where I got that from. I thought it was due on the 7th. I had the 7th in my head. I'd written the 7th down, and I thought 7th. It was due on the 6th. So I emailed him, at my instructor, at like almost 3 in the morning, and I was like, hey, I messed up. Can I submit my assignment late, please? Like, is there any way, because it is worth so much of the grade. It's my fault. I'm stupid. Please, can I totally messed up. It's not your fault. Totally on me. It's basic. This all sounded better in the email, but I said, I'm so sorry. I messed up really badly. Is there a way that I can still submit my assignment? I didn't attach it at that point. He emailed me back on Monday, which was yesterday, and he was like, yes, you can. Obviously, there'll be penalties for it being late. And I was like, thank you so much. So I just submitted it right away. Gosh, that was a mess. That was a problem. That's the only thing that I did bad in that class. But like, I put in a lot of effort. I did really well. I got amazing grades, and I loved it. Learned a lot. It's all happening. So I'm taking a bunch of classes next semester, and I have about a month or 3 weeks off, which is super exciting because it's nice to have that break in between. And it's fun that I'm doing some cool stuff during that time off, which I didn't think I'd be doing earlier this year, obviously. This bit of hair, I cannot, like, it doesn't actually go on that side, and I know it doesn't, but it also, did I solve it or did I just split it? Oh, no, there it is. I don't know if any of you had noticed that, but it, like, I can see it. Oh no, I think I'd rather it be a cowlick and just commit to it being on the wrong side. Yeah, I don't really know how that happened or how that's possible, but now that I've pointed it out, I'm sure it will be impossible to miss. Yeah, so that was really great, and I felt so good. Like, I was excited to put in effort in that class. I was excited for every test I had to take, every assignment that was due, except for the course essay at the end of the semester. I was not excited about that one. Especially because I handed it in late. But yeah, I loved that class. I loved the layout of it being online. I felt like I learned just as much as I would have in person, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the subject matter. It was fantastic. The other thing about it that was like kind of like blowing my mind a bit was I started reading Sapiens, and this subject was a lot to do with like people. The book Sapiens, which I am about halfway through, is about evolution, people, humanity, society, culture, religion, in all different chapters. It just was blowing my mind because it felt like a lot of what I was learning was talking about like people as a whole in the course. Then this book was about people and how we came to be doing some of the things we're doing. And it just was blowing my mind simultaneously. I just felt like, what the heck are we doing as people? Like, this is crazy. If you have not read Sapiens, I would recommend it. I think everybody recommends it. I think Bill Gates recommends it on the cover page. I think Obama recommends it. I think everybody recommends this book. It is an older book, so the one that I got has been slightly revised. I think it was published in 2016. It may not be fully in date now, as things from the past get updated all the time as new discoveries are made and more things are found, and technology is better, and we are more easily able to detect and test things to find out when they would have been from. So it may not be fully up to date, but a lot of the main ideas are, and that book is blowing my mind constantly. It just makes you question a lot of things. There's a lot of science backed up behind it, which is great. It is basically the opposite of myself as a person. So it is, I'm having an identity crisis, moral crisis, existential, existential, I was going to say extraterrestrial, existential, existential. I don't even know if I'm close. Like an out of body, your own mortality, your being crisis. I really hope that I either said it right at least once or that you vaguely know what I'm talking about based off the description. Existential, crisis. I'm going through such a crisis, I don't even remember words anymore. Yeah, it's honestly blowing my mind to a large amount. Like, I don't know how people have read this book and haven't drastically changed their lives, because I already want to, and I'm halfway in. And I've said to so many of my friends have read it already. And they're like, oh yeah, it's such a good book, it's amazing. And I'm like, how did you not change your entire philosophy on life and everything if you've read this book? I honestly don't know how some people, I'm not saying that, what people are doing right now is this as obvious to you guys as it is to me? I can't see anything but it. Does it need to go back? Ooh. Is that a cowlick or is it not? Is it? I was going to say, is it not, because it doesn't stick up, but it's just, maybe a cowlick is just anytime the hair isn't where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I just don't get how some people are not completely influenced by new things that they learn and see. On a separate note, I feel that way strongly about vegetarianism. I don't get how people could know or understand the idea of why it's good to be vegetarian. Watch some of those documentaries, hear some of the statistics, and do nothing differently. I don't get that. But to be fair, at some point I didn't do it either. And on the subject of veganism, I haven't done that either. I've made a lot of progress for sure in that area, but have I fully committed to it? No. Am I allowed to speak about other people if I'm not doing everything great? Probably not. Should I be? I'm not really judging other people. It's not like I know people and I go, why don't you do that better? But I just wonder how it is that some people get so heavily influenced and affected and they can make life-altering decisions, but other people don't. That's myself as well, myself included. There are a lot of things that everybody knows that are wrong to do or that they shouldn't be doing, and they do anyway. Because it's easier, because they prefer it, and then there's obviously some people that do it out of necessity. So who am I to judge? But I just think that's super interesting, and it's interesting, and I'm sure in a lot of ways it's really beneficial that there are people that are highly motivated and influenced after learning things, and I'm sure that it's good that some people take longer in some aspects of some situations. I'm sure it's good that people take their time. Not in all, obviously. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was any more update on school. School was good. I'm excited to take a break. I don't feel dead from it because I only took 2 courses this semester, and I felt like my course load wasn't too intense. My course load next semester is heavy. But yes, as I said, some are in person, some are online. So I think that will be a nice balance. And I think it'll also be a good balance because when you're in school in person, you have to schedule your time more effectively, and I made sure that I had class early in the morning, which means that I have to wake up early. Also means I have to go to bed late, not late, and I think that'll really help, because during COVID and all of this stuff, it's been really hard for me to stay motivated and to do all the things that I want to do and use my time fully. There's been, not that I want to make light of any of these terms or diagnoses, because I don't actually have them. So I'm just going to say like tendencies or symptoms or feeling similar to or feeling like. For a lot of 2020 and a lot of 2021, I have felt really low, like really down for a long time. Like I haven't felt good for a long time, a lot of the year and a lot of last year. I didn't feel good. It was, a combination of everything. So I'm kind of hoping that the rest of this year or some of this year, there's a little bit more regularity, and I can work around that and structure my time in that way, and I think that will help me. It might not. It might make things worse. I have no idea. But yeah, I definitely have been feeling better than I have been, but not every day is a great day, and some days are still really hard like they were in 2020. And some days feels like it's just a regular day. And then obviously with going places and making trips out of the year, feels like things are fine, but then, you have to still be cautious and worried about people and doing what you should be. Even though I'm fully vaccinated, I still plan on wearing my mask, and I do every time I'm outside with people in a store, in a populated area, I still wear a mask. I plan on continuing to wear a mask, just because it's better to be safe, and, all these variants and stuff, even if you're fully vaccinated, you don't really know and don't know how they're going to affect you. So it's just important to be as cautious as possible. So that's what I'm planning on doing. But yeah, it's been hard. So I've been, trying to look at anything to feel better about things, which was joining some clubs, or it was, going to Jafino was a huge mood booster. Like that was amazing. I felt so lucky to be able to go, and obviously Montreal too, I think will be amazing and awesome. I'll have to check, obviously, before going and being there, what all the restrictions are. I believe that they have a color-coded system, and I believe that they're green right now. That could change, obviously. So obviously we'll follow the precautions there. But yeah, I think that is the update on school. Try your best, ask for help, put in your effort, and that's when you'll see the rewards. You shouldn't be rewarded for things that you don't do. You shouldn't be rewarded when you only put in a bit of effort. When you try your best and try really hard and put in your effort, you will see those rewards. You will feel good. That's at least how I work. So yeah, this is also a note to future me. Ask for help if you need it. Reach out. Try your best. Give yourself some breaks when you can. And that's the most you can do. But don't put in less effort and then think later, oh man, if only I had put in, 25 more minutes onto this assignment and I would have had a better grade. Like, darn, that's my fault. Or like, oh, maybe I just won't submit this assignment because I just don't want to. Just try your best, really. It'll make you feel better. It'll help your actual knowledge of the class. If you end up needing to reach out to people, you might end up making a friend. There are no downsides to asking for help and talking to somebody about your situation. And oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes, you've got the right idea and they just will help you find the best way to get there, or a faster way to get there, an easier way to get there, or explain it to you and then you understand it. Then you're as good as other people in the class. you feel confident, you feel good. And then when you feel like you know what you're doing, it's exciting to have an assignment or have a test and be able to show your knowledge and show your understanding and prove how much effort you've put in and prove how much you know and how, I don't know, I love tests and quizzes because they're an opportunity to say, but how much do you really know? And I love walking into a test or signing in online, because a lot of them have been online, obviously, and being like, I know all of it. I know every single thing. Or I know the majority. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, multiple choice. Fill in the blank short answer. Let's go. Paragraph response. I've got it all down. I'm ready. Any way you want it. I got it. I'm going to give it to you. Look out. A, please. Or wait, take that. I'll take that A. I'll take that B plus. I'll take that B. Can keep the C. I'll be over here studying. Try your best while the opportunity is in front of you. You won't regret it. Ask for help, reach out. And then you can take the credit for your grade, you know? You can go, oh yeah, I got an A in that whole class, or I got a B in that whole class. That's amazing. That's fantastic. You don't want to be like, oh, I deserved this C that I have. Thank you. Yeah, it didn't put in enough effort. That's how I feel. That's how I want to do it. To each their own. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. I hope you have a great morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the support. Really appreciate it. And stay tuned because I have a bunch of new content coming out this month that you will want to be here for. The next one that I'm planning on doing is part 2 of what I would have been wearing, which is somehow my best video so far. Obviously it was what I would have been wearing in the office if I was working, because I don't even remember how to do the math anymore. At some point for many years, I was working in an office. I had all these office clothes. I filmed half of it, and there's another half that I need to do that I want to show you guys. And then from there, I'm either donating those clothes, giving some of those clothes away, or keeping them, but like rotating them in my closet. Because at that point, when I filmed my first one, I was really bummed that I was let go from my job. I was really bummed that I wouldn't be wearing that stuff again, because I wouldn't be having a job like that again. So I was really bummed. So I was trying to make a positive out of feeling very negative. And I also felt bummed every time I looked in my closet and saw all my office clothes and was like, oh yeah, I don't need that. I can wear tie-dye all the time and sweatpants because I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, I was kind of excited to try on all the stuff so that I could put it away, get rid of it, get it out of my sight, and get that like gloom off of me or out of my head. And I still have half of it to do. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye.